guys, welcome to my second um, Facebook Live session during this period. Um, it's interesting. I had a friend in California who called it, I think, like health wellness time or something. And I mean, I really liked how she, instead of calling it a lockdown or or quarantine or or a movement restriction control or restricted movement control kind of thing. She looked at it as a mental and wellness, health and wellness session kind of thing, health and wellness time. So I thought like, that's a really good way of putting it. You know what, I should really go onto her Instagram and see what is the exact words, and then I'll start using it. So thanks guys for joining. I think what I started doing was I thought I'll welcome you into my kitchen and ask you to join me in my experiments. So unlike a lot of chefs who are actually teaching you how to, they already made recipes and they're showing you how to make it, I thought it would be really fun to invite you to join me to try out things that I've never tried before or you've never tried before, and see whether they work or not. If they work, great, it's successful and we get to eat it. If it doesn't work, it's okay. I think that's the thing, because in Asia, right, every time we try something and the first time it doesn't work, we are viewed as a failure. And I'm like, that's not true. I mean, you need to do things many times before it actually, gets good. Like if you want to play guitar, after one guitar lesson, you're not going to be a brilliant guitar player. You need years and years of playing. So you should look for Mr. Jazz Guitarist to teach you how to play guitar. That's his shameless plug. And then I think what I'm trying to say is, like, I have people coming for my classes and they go like, oh, I've tried making kimchi but I failed. And I say, okay, how many times did you try it? What happened? And they're like, oh, I tried twice. And I was like, well, I think when I first made kimchi, I made it like, I don't know, 10 times or something like that. So these Facebook Live sessions is just to assure you that we can experiment, we can try out things, we can have fun. And if it doesn't work, it's okay. I think I'm lucky that I'm a chef, so if things doesn't work, I can still turn it into something that works. But yeah, so there's no loss. But even if you don't know how to do something that works, you know what, you can always post your not so successful, I don't want to use fail, right? So your interesting experiments onto my Facebook page, the comments, and then I can always give you some suggestions on how to make it even better. So yeah, today I'm gonna start with something very simple. I have the ingredients here, so can you guys see it? Oh no, I have to put it here, but then comments are appearing. Anyway, I'm gonna try and make a sesame brittle. I haven't made this before, so I'm just gonna make like a really small portion of it. And I'm just using very simple, just 4 ingredients, I think, like so this is organic unhulled white sesame seeds from Benzin Organic. That's one. I'm also using black sesame seeds. And then to pull it all together, I'm using unrefined liquid sweetener. So you could use whichever sweetener that you want. This one is made from the Masarang Arenga forest sugar. Hold on, let me show you the packaging. Yeah, this is the packaging, Masarang Arenga forest sugar. This one, I use this because I really like the taste. And also it's organic. It's low GI. It also supports conservation. It's also from Bali, and it's from like the local palm, the Aren palm. So I really like this. And then we're just using a pinch of Himalayan salt. Yeah. And then after that, because this is raw food, right? We're going to dehydrate it. We're going to put it on the dehydrator tray and dehydrate it in the Excalibur dehydrator. I'll talk more about what a food dehydrator is later, I think, or when I mix stuff up. Yeah, I'll mix stuff up. Okay, so what we're gonna do is there's going to be the black sesame seeds. Okay, we'll just measure it out, and like I said, I'm making like a really tiny batch, so even if this doesn't go well, you know, you can there's not a lot of things that are wasted. Although I don't think you'll go wrong with sesame seeds and, you know, a sweetener and salt to balance it out. In fact, oh, you know what? I think you know what I'm going to do? Instead of salt, I'm going to use this organic soy sauce. Then our friend from the MU soy sauce will be really happy. So, okay. Wait for me, I will be back. Wait, okay, let's do this first. Okay, so I put in the black sesame seeds into the measuring cup, and then now I'm putting in the white ones. I'm just too lazy to measure it all out separately, so I'm just going to put it back in. The great thing about raw vegan food is that you don't need to be exact, you know, so unlike baking, right, you need to be really exact. So that's going in. Oh, it's so pretty. It looks like yin and yang. Alright, okay. And then I'm gonna go and take the MU soy sauce. So this is Artisan soy sauce with Gula Melaka, and if you want to find out more about them, you can go to soy sauce, is it? Or musees.com.my, and this is so interesting, right? It's Artisan soy sauce with Gula Melaka, so Malaysian. Yeah, and it's made with non-GMO soybean. There's flour, there's Australian sea salt, and there's Gula Melaka. Yeah, it was crafted in 17th of December. Avoid direct sunlight, refrigerate after opening. I'm Asian, so I don't have a fear of soy. I think a lot of you, if you're in Europe or the US, there's this huge fear of soy. Maybe because, you know, there's a lot of GMO soy, but this one is non-GMO, and if you eat it in its full form, that's fine as well. I don't eat much tofu, but I do eat a lot of tempeh that's fermented, and this one's fermented as well, and I love fermented stuff. So okay, so today instead of putting salt, instead of putting this, see, I've just changed my mind, we'll put in some of this. Yeah, so go check them out. I really like how the founder is so passionate about her artisanal soy sauce. Is very good quality, high quality soy sauce. Okay, I'll put this here. Here you can see it. Okay, and then I'm gonna put in some my liquid sweetener, my organic liquid sweetener. So we're gonna put in 1 tablespoon. Okay. Oh, ta-da! I got this from Crate and Barrel. I went to Crate and Barrel in LA, and there was like, I wanted to buy everything because it's so cool, but I just bought one, like this little item. It's funny though, because I went to Lazada and Shopee, and I found like you could get similar stuff that is made in China. Yeah, but I think this would be a better quality. Yeah. Okay. And I'm glad I only bought that because I don't have much luggage space, even though I bought a big bag to the US. So yeah. Alright, so very simple. We'll just mix it up. Can you see? Yeah, I'm just using a spatula to mix it up. Ooh. It looks so pretty. So this is like the sesame sesame biscuits that I used to eat when I was a kid. Okay, and let me taste it to see what it's like. That's funny. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, can you please say yes? Because I think there were like 10 people joining, but I don't see any comments whatsoever. So I'm worried like people can't hear me, which would be a pity. Okay, let me try this. Actually, I think I want it to be a bit saltier. So we'll put in, I think I'll put in a pinch of salt as well. I think that would help balance out the flavors. Yeah. So this is Himalayan Pink salt, organic as well. So I try to use organic ingredients as and when possible. So I think everything, now that I think about it, so that is organic. This is non-GMO. This is organic. This is also organic. This one, I'm not sure whether it's organic or not. You might have been, because I took it out of the labels. And if you ask me where I buy my stuff like all over. I'm very practical in that way. It's like, if I happen to be at Aeon, I'll buy at Aeon. If I happen to be at Zenzin, I'll buy at Zenzin. If I happen to be at House of Ingredients, I buy at House of Ingredients. Yeah. I usually don't double dip, but because like I'm the only person who's going to be eating it, so I can double dip and try a taste. Okay. Wow. I could just eat it like this. Asamat, hello. Great to see you. Thanks for replying. Alright. So I'm going to put this on the dehydrator tray. So a dehydrator, I always tell people a dehydrator is like a raw foodies oven. You know, veg, rotated egg, can see, cannot eat. Then you make lor, you make already, then you can eat lor. Yeah. If you don't have a dehydrator, you can always bake this as well. But I'm making I want this to be raw, so I'm just gonna heat it up at about 45 degrees Celsius. Hey, Stefania! Hello from Barbados! Oh my god, we've got people tuning in from Barbados. This is cool. This is really cool. Yeah. How's it going over them in Barbados? Oh, this is going to be like really little. I can eat it up in like 5 I'm going to eat it up in like 3 bites or something. But I think this would be cool. Now it's a good experiment. Like I say, it's an experiment, so we don't want to waste too much. And I'm thinking of making another brittle later today, if I have time, you know, because I'm like, I want to make massage kale. Oh, I want to make what else do I want to make? I want to make a lot of things today. Massage kale. I want to make maybe carrot hummus. I don't know yet, but okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just, can you guys see? Okay, I'm just spreading it very gently on the dehydrator sheet, and yeah, and leveling it out so that it's of, you know, the thickness is kind of equal everywhere. There's a bit more, yeah. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this into the dehydrator and let it dehydrate. I think by end of today it should be nice and firm and hopefully like brittle-ish, you know, and then we can break it up and we can taste it. and eat it. This is awesome. I'm so happy with the taste. So good. Yeah, and so simple. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, super duper easy. But yeah, we will test to see how it's like later. So once it's dry, what I'm gonna do is put this in. Once the tops are dry in the dehydrator, I'll flip it and put it onto a mesh sheet. So this is a mesh sheet, and then I'll let it dry again. Then when it's completely dry, I will break it up and test it, and then I'll have to take photos. And then after that, I'll post it on Facebook to let you guys know how it goes. Yeah. Okay, so simple. I have a bonus for you. So let me put this inside the dehydrator, and then I'll come back. And I wanted to talk about something else. Okay, so for the dehydrator, I'm going to use the dehydrator again. For my lunch today, or maybe my dinner, I want to have some tomatoes. And what I've done is I have cut up these tomatoes, sliced up these tomatoes thinly, and I'm putting them onto my dehydrator tray. I just realized you guys can't see it. So that I'll have like tomato crisps. Okay. Vegetarian food. Where do you buy the dehydrator? Online, it's expensive. Okay. My dehydrator story. When I first got Raw, I got a really cheap dehydrator, which was 150 ringgit. 150 ringgit? Yeah, 150 ringgit. It was China made. It was the circular one. And I just got that in a group buy. And then I used that for 2 years and was very happy with it. And then someone on Facebook, and then I decided, you know what, I actually want to upgrade and have a better dehydrator so that I can make breads and I can warm up soups and all that. So and then somebody messaged me on Facebook and said, "Hi Chef Yin, I heard you're looking for a dehydrator. I bought one. I bought an Excalibur dehydrator for my dad, but I'm not using it anymore. I've only used it like 5 times. Would you be open to getting a pre-loved one?" And so I went to her place, I looked at it, and I was like, okay, sold. I got it. I mean, it took us some time to and fro and all that. But yeah, so I bought it. I bought it for 2,000 ringgit. I think I've been using, was it in 2016? 2017? I don't know, but I've used it for a long time. And I've used it to make so many things, like so many things. Okay, I can make crackers. I can make like nice big loaves of bread. And then I can make pizza crust. And then I can also create a rind for my cheese. And then, and then a lot of the dishes in, not a lot lah, but some of the dishes in this book, I use a dehydrator as well. Not all dishes here require dehydrator, and some are actually optional. But yeah, I've used that, and then I've made like loads of chips and muruku. The muruku is in my Fun with Asian Raw Food ebook, and so I really like the dehydrator. Yeah, it felt a bit expensive, but because I think the Excalibur is very well made, and you can make so many creative things with it. It's worth the investment. Yeah, and I've actually written like my review, because I've used the DRM, which is the China made one. I've used the Sedona, and I've also used the Excalibur dehydrator, and I've written a review about all these different dehydrators. So when I have a time, I will repost the link to that so you can actually see it. Yeah, but I think honestly, if you ask me, I think it's really worth the investment. If you want to do raw food, food processor, blender, and a dehydrator. And I know it's like a bit overwhelming, and it's like, huh? No, you can just use like your knife, like my cheap Mr. DIY 20 ringgit knife, and a chopping board. But once you get all these things, right, all these toys and all that, it's so much fun! And you make like really creative stuff. Yeah, you can make pie crust, you can make tart crust, you can make like, yeah, spring rolls, that kind of thing. So, yeah, like if you want to make this pisang goreng with no oil, so healthy pisang goreng, then the dehydrator will come into good use, so you can justify your spending. Understand? I see many recipes online. So far, how about electrical bill? Okay, electrical bill, you know why? Some people complain that their electrical bill shot up because they got a dehydrator. And then when I got my dehydrator, no, the most it went was like a few ringgit, like 4 ringgit, 5 ringgit. That's all. You know why? Because when you use raw food, when you eat raw food, your dehydration temperature is very, very low. It's only at, 45 degrees Celsius. I think if you dehydrate, because my current dehydrator, you can use it at 35, it starts at 35 degrees Celsius, and I think it goes all the way up to maybe like 75 degrees or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. But because I don't dehydrate it that hot, it's either going to be pointing at 41, 42, 45 at the most. So when you dehydrate it at very low temperatures, your electricity bill is not high. Yeah, so that's really cool as well. And you can also make like fruit leathers. A lot of people make fruit leathers. I dehydrate all my nuts and seeds inside there as well. Yeah, so I hope that answers your question, Veg-Fruitarian Ed. Do you have a name? Veg-Fruitarian Ed. Like, what's your real name? Is it like Tom Hanks? Or no? Okay, that was a really bad joke. Well, since I'm holding the book, I might as well show you what's in the book as well. This is really cool. I brought 5 copies to the US, and I wasn't sure like how many people will buy it, but and I was going to like give it to my no, I was going to sell it at the MIT bootcamp, but along the way on my trip, like Jada bought it in Berkeley, and then Sue in LA bought a copy, and then Paul in LA bought another copy, and then Maria in LA bought another copy. So by the time I reached Boston to give my talk, I only had like 1 copy left, and Spencer got it. And then there were like 3 other people who wanted to buy and they couldn't buy, so I thought, I should buy this. Yeah, and then so yeah, since I'm holding it, let me show you what recipes are there. There's the pisang goreng. Yeah. And then this is the onde onde. I think this is the first raw vegan recipe in the world, like not vegan but raw vegan. There's pagaga chips, so great as well to make a dehydrator. There's chili pan min. Oh, this is like my most favorite, and I'm the one that I'm most proud of because I haven't seen any raw vegan recipe on this at all, and this is like one of my favorite dishes I like to make. So yeah, so very unique. This book is very, very unique. If you buy the other books online, outside, right, it's always like chocolate brownie nice cream lah. Yeah, but I guess that's what people want to make. So anyway, yeah, then this is a sotong masak kicap, which is a squid. And then sambal petai. Oh my god, I love sambal petai. I love petai. Any petai lovers in the house, raise your hands. Petai. Yeah. Okay, and then this is nasi goreng Indonesia, because this is something that I had in Indonesia very often when I used to work in the corporate world and I used to cover. And then the traditional nasi goreng Indonesia is like, it always makes me feel very bloated, and then they put the kicap manis, which makes it awesome, but it has MSG. So I have come up with like a recipe for the kicap to make a healthier recipe. So yeah, get the book, then you know what recipe is. And then this is tempeh manis. Ooh, this is like really popular. I've served this in London and people all loved it. Japchae. Oh, if you want looking for a cooked japchae recipe, check out my student's what's her name? Gan. Yeah, check out her video. She just came out of it. You know what? I need to like I'll be back in 1 minute. stare at the tomatoes first. Okay, back. Mushroom bulgogi. So you can see I have like I love Korean food, so this is bulgogi mushrooms. Again, following the Korean theme, japchae, bulgogi, and this is katnugi. I think one of these days I'm going to make do a Facebook live on me making this because I want to make it anyway, so I might as well show you guys. And then ooh, this is a tom kha head, so that's like a Thai dish, the coconut soup dish. This is buffalo wings because everybody likes to eat like, it's actually made from cauliflower. And ooh, this is the super spicy chili flakes. So this is the condiments part, something that I really like. And then there's also these shallots, but they're not deep fried. Although now I don't use so much of onions. I wrote this in 2017. Now it's 2020. I've cut down on onions and garlic, I think since last year or something. Oh, satay sauce. Yum 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 yum, satay sauce. And then Malaysian chili sauce. Oh my god, this goes well with, like, I used to eat chicken rice without the chicken and just have the sauce. So this is a vegan version, the raw vegan version of it. And sambal belacan. We all cannot live without sambal belacan in Malaysia. Not we all are, but most of us. I decided to come up with an interesting ice cream, and I wanted to use local products, so I used Roselle. Although people say they can't find Roselle if they're in US or something. Well, I use raspberry. Chocolate fudge. Oh, I need to make this chocolate fudge one of these days again. Yeah, and then the mooncakes, and yeah. So if you want to get this book, I have only a handful of print copies left, and they'll be available at my live events. So we'll need to wait for our this to be over. But if you want to get the ebook is available. You do not need to wait for your quarantine or lockdown to end. You can get it. I will leave the link below. Oh, okay, you know what? Just DM me and I can just send you the link directly. You can pay by credit card, you can pay by PayPal, and yeah, get this book. Like the first published raw vegan book, recipe book in Malaysia. Okay, let me see if there are any other questions. Veg, fruitarian, true thought of invest in Vitamix blender. Yeah. I've used Vitamix many times, and I've also used the Thermomix. I have a Thermomix right now, so I don't really have space anymore in my kitchen to get a Vitamix. The only problem with Vitamix in Malaysia, it's super expensive. I asked House of Presentation Kitchen Shop, right? It needs like 5,000 or something like that. So right now I'm using my Thermomix, which is here. And then I'm also using a NutriBullet, which you see here as well. But you know what? If you can get a Vitamix, I think like a lot of my favorite raw food chefs, they're all using Vitamix. And I used it recently in my Airbnb in Boston, and it was also really, really good. So yeah, if you have the budget, then yeah, go for it. Okay, does anybody have any other questions? If not, oh, I can't see who's right because this is not. Okay, so Asamat, Veg Fruitarian at Stefania. There's more people. I think there's like 8, 9, 10 people here right now. But I can't see your names. So anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen for my raw vegan food experiments. I hope you find this useful. Comment below and let me know what else you would like to see me make, or if you're happy to just see me make random stuff, comment below as well. Actually, just comment to say whether you find this useful or not, because if it's not useful, I don't even really need to come onto Facebook Live. I'll be like listening to my ebook and making my own food. But yeah, if you guys find it useful, I'll be very happy to do this on a regular basis during this period, because I can't go anywhere. And yeah, all my live events are cancelled, so I'm waiting for people to buy my books to support me. Yeah. All right then. So thank you so much, and I will see you at the next one.